Hey folks, how you doing? Dave McRae here. Okay, I'm not a big superhero guy. I have to admit that I do like the superhero staples like Spider-Man, Superman, Batman. I'll probably always go to the theater to see a good Superman movie or a good Batman movie or maybe even a good Spider-Man movie. But I have to admit, I'm not a big superhero guy, so I don't know all the ins and outs and the crevices and the cracks and the alleyways and of the superhero genre, like a lot of you might. Like really get into the nitty gritty and the details and all the the lore and the history and what this means and that means and no. And there's quite a few superhero movies I haven't seen. I have to admit, I haven't seen Civil War. I haven't seen any of the Thor movies. I haven't seen. Did I see Spider-Man: Homecoming? No, I haven't seen Spider-Man: Homecoming actually, but I would like to because it looked like a lot of fun. So there's a lot of movies that I haven't seen. I haven't seen The Winter Soldier. I did see Avengers, and I did see all the Iron Man movies, and but I think I did see the first Captain America. I did see Deadpool, which I really liked. But there's a lot of superhero movies I haven't seen. I haven't seen Doctor Strange. I haven't seen Ant-Man. There's just, I'm sort of like, I've seen that. I haven't seen that. I'm like the last person you want to go to for superhero information. However, having said that, it doesn't take a fucking rocket scientist to figure out what DC has done wrong. Okay? And this is what DC has done wrong. All right? We have Marvel, who was just like fucking tearing it up, right? They're not only tearing it up at the box office because everybody's going to see it. And as you know, if you don't, you should. I do have a video on this. Just because a movie makes a lot of money doesn't mean that it was a good movie. It just means a lot of people went to see it. The real question is how many of those people that went to see it actually liked it, right? That's a whole other thing. But nonetheless, the Marvel films, by and large, are tearing it up at the box office, right? And the DC films are... Some of them are doing better than others, but they're just not competing. And they fucked up. DC fucked up because DC was so worried about what Marvel was doing. They were so worried that, it's hot right now and this kind of thing with all the universe and the building and the timeline fucking hot, and we want to capitalize on that too. So we're going to rush into production on all these things that make no fucking sense. Nobody is emotionally attached to these characters. You see, that was the one thing that Marvel did right. I mean, they did a lot of things right, but one of the big things they did right was they built it over time, which allows you as a viewer to get emotionally attached to these characters, right? They don't, switch characters in the middle of things. No, you get, well, except for Spider-Man, but he was a Sony property at the time, so that doesn't really count. But so, you have these characters and they remain they're played by the same actor over the course of several movies. You become attached to the characters, attached to what's going on. They build this universe with a strong foundation. But what does DC do? They see the success of this, and after Nolan's final Batman, which was The Dark Knight Rises in 2012, they fucking go, okay, we're going in a completely different direction, which was fair. Okay, fine. Okay, fine. But what they did was they came out with a Superman movie. Okay, fine. So we have Man of Steel, right? The remake, slash reboot of Superman. Okay. I thought Man of Steel was okay. I thought it was just okay. It's certainly the best looking Superman film we've ever had, visually speaking. I mean, it's fucking amazing, right? Because in 2013, when the film came out, technologically speaking, in the motion picture industry, we had the technology and, all the computer generated imagery to be able to do what you saw and make a Superman movie look phenomenal, right? Very much like the comic books or whatever. But the fact of the matter is that movie was, it was okay. I mean, the heart and soul of a Superman movie is the relationship between Lois Lane and Clark Kent, okay? And there was none of that in Man of Steel. And she knows who Superman is in that first film, where when you go back to Donner's Superman, Lois Lane doesn't find out who Superman actually is until Superman 2. So there's this anticipation, this buildup. Will she find out? Will she not find out? Right? It gives Clark Kent, time to be the bubbling idiot. Sorry, which is hilarious because, he takes off his glasses. He's Superman. He puts them on. He's Clark Kent. Like, it's completely different. Like, look, watch. Who the hell am I? Who the fuck is this guy? Oh, it's Dave McRae. Oh, okay, that's better. It's a little funny. You got to suspend, disbelief a little bit. But it's fun, right? And there's this emotional building. There's these cute moments between Clark Kent and Superman, right? You have, or Clark Kent and Superman, Clark Kent and Lois Lane, and there's these really kind of cute, kind of romantic moments between Superman and Lois Lane. There's this buildup, there's this anticipation, which is finally revealed in Superman 2. There was none of that in Man of Steel. None of that. The characters were, I don't know. I mean, it fucking looked great, and there were some nice moments, but I thought overall Man of Steel was just okay. But this is what should have happened. There should have been Man of Steel. This is what DC should have done. They shouldn't have don't worry about what the fuck Marvel is doing, okay? Don't worry about it. If you do it right, if you play your cards right, if you build a strong foundation, they will come. If you build it, they will come. If you build it, they will come. And they didn't do that, but this is what they should have done. Man of Steel. Okay, Man of Steel received mixed reviews, but nonetheless, it didn't bomb and it wasn't horribly received. So okay, all right, you're not out of the gate incredibly strong, but you're not crawling out of the gate, right? So you have Man of Steel. Then you should have done Man of Steel 2. That's what you should have done. Then you should have done the Batman movie. Okay, that's what you should have done. So you have two Superman films and a Batman film. Then you do Batman versus Superman. That's what you do. Why would you do Batman versus Superman as the second film? Why would you do that? Nobody's emotionally attached to Ben Affleck as Batman. I'm not saying he didn't do a good job as Batman, but nobody's emotionally attached to him as Batman. We're just coming off bail as Batman like 3 years prior. What the fuck are you doing? Why are you doing this? This makes no fucking sense, right? Make a Batman movie so we can get attached to Affleck as Batman. So, the anticipation, the buildup when Henry Cavill and Ben Affleck meet is like, well, fuck. Now it's Batman v Superman. You know what I'm saying? Right now it's Henry Cavill, who we just got to know, versus some guy we've never seen as Batman. Why would you do that? I understand why they did it. Trust me, that's a rhetorical question, okay? But they shouldn't have done that. So they should have done Man of Steel 1, 2, then Batman v Superman, leave Wonder Woman the fuck out of it, okay? Completely out of it, and focus on Batman versus Superman. Then what you should have done is a Wonder Woman movie, okay? And then an Aquaman film, and then maybe, in between there, you do another Batman film, okay? You don't necessarily have to do Man of Steel 3, but definitely maybe another Batman film. And then you do The Flash. So this is all building up through the course of this decade. Okay, because Man of Steel was 2013, right? The Avengers was 2012, but there was the buildup of that, right? Don't worry about Marvel. Build your DC universe through this decade, right? So you got Man of Steel in 2013, you got Man of Steel 2 in 2015, then you got the Batman movie in 2016, then you got Batman v Superman, say in 2017 or 18, then you got Wonder Woman in 2019, so start building it that way. Then by 2021, 22 or whatever, then you have Justice League. Then Justice League comes out. And people have been waiting for fucking years for this movie because of the universe you've been building. Now we're emotionally attached to these characters and these actors playing these characters, right? And even though it's been 10 years since the Avengers in 2012, it doesn't fucking matter because you've built a strong foundation. And everybody is like, yeah, and every movie is like, this is great. You're taking your time. You're nurturing the relationship. You're nurturing the narrative. You're building the universe. Don't worry about fucking Suicide Squad right now. Don't worry about it, okay? Build your main characters, and then once you hit Justice League, it's like, whoa! You know what I'm saying? Right now, we have Justice League coming out, and there isn't even a Batman movie. There isn't even a Man of Steel 2. There isn't even a Flash movie. There isn't even a Cyborg movie. There isn't even an Aquaman movie. I mean, I know it's coming next year, I think, but as of right now, there isn't even, that movie either. So it's like, what is this? That's what they did wrong. That's what they did wrong. They didn't build and nurture the universe. That's what they should have done. I'm telling you, that's what they should have done. And if they had done that by 2021 or 22, I think everybody can agree, okay, that when Justice League comes out in another week or two, November 17th, I think it is, or something like that, when Justice League comes out, we're kind of sitting here going, I don't know if this is going to be good or not. I'm not sure. We're all just kind of hoping it's going to be good. But we don't really know, and based on the past DC films, the probability is kind of low. But if they had nurtured the movies, nurtured the relationship, nurtured the characters, build that foundation so you got attached to everything that's going on, not only would the probability be really high that the movies would have been good, okay, the probability would be even higher that the anticipation for Justice League would be out of the fucking roof and the movie would be great. And I think if you had to wait till 2021 or 22 for Justice League, but you knew that the probability was really high that it was going to be great, I think we could do that. But right now, no, they rush it to come out in 2017, and we don't even know if it's going to be fucking good, because every DC movie apart from Wonder Woman which was, good. It was, it wasn't mind-blowingly fucking amazing, but it was good. It's the best DC film we've seen. Oh my God, this is a problem. Fuck, that's what they should have done. Anyways, folks, my name's Dave McRae. Comment below and let me know your thoughts. What do you think they should have done? Do you agree with me or do you not agree with me? If you want to follow me on Facebook, you can at facebook.com/manythingsdavemcrae. McRae is MCRAE. Facebook.com/manythingsdavemcrae. That's where I post when I can. That's all I got to say about that. Comment below and let me know your thoughts. I'll talk to you guys soon. Cheers.